Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name, of course, is The-Mighty-Goliath, and here we are for another episode of our Minecraft series. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've kicked back. Hope you've got a nice drink, something to eat, something to snack on while we go through our adventure as we make our way into the Nether today, I think. Now, I've got to be honest, I recorded all of this with audio, but I've got my brand new microphone, as you might be able to tell. I'm talking into it now. I made a bit of a boo-boo. I selected the input device as the headphones, but the actual audio itself never recorded for the entire episode, as I recorded it through the other means. Sorry, I meant to say I recorded it through this means, but I recorded it through the headphones, and the headphones was never picked up. So we're rerunning it, as we say. And most of that was actually in tune with me hitting the F5 key and looking in at you, the wonderful audience. But so we're actually doing this not live, we're doing this behind the scenes. So I am now sat here with my lovely Capri Sun tropical flavour. So in my lovely beverage we have orange, I believe that's a passion fruit, and pineapple. Yes, I am correct. That is a passion fruit. It could also be an apricot, actually, but I'm pretty positive that is not what an apricot looks like on the inside. It looks like an orange, but it's just purple on the outside. It's like a purple orange with seeds spread out through the middle. Now, what we're doing right now, we're gathering myself food, we're gathering cobblestone, and the necessary tools ready for us to be able to venture into the Nether. Now, we've got a good episode with us today. It has a few unexpected turns, nothing too deadly, don't worry. I, of course, haven't died yet at all during the series, and not even twice. If you've seen the last episode, that was a rather bit of an embarrassment, failing to an Enderman. But all we're doing now is we're preparing ourselves to travel in. So cobblestone, of course, can't be affected by ghasts with their explosive rocket launchers. I'm debating whether or not to take the diamond pickaxe. I was thinking, oh, should we take it? Shouldn't we take it? It's a high risk item. We do have the diamonds to replace it, which is why I'm also taking the sword as well, because of the new Nether. I'm not too sure what lies beyond in the depths of the new Nether. I do decide in the end we're going to take the diamond pickaxe. We're going to take the risk because we don't know what booty lies ahead, what we might discover in the new Nether. I don't know what pickaxe level it requires. Now we've landed in here for another look, a proper look. I'm just scouting out, seeing what direction will be best to go, deciding, do we go up, do we go down, do we go to the north, to the west, to the east, to the west, to the south, and all sorts. We're just scoping around. We found ourselves the magma cream, our first battle. I was paying particular attention to that lava there. I wasn't sure why it wasn't flowing down, and we've engaged in battle. Now, it took me a while to figure out that these guys can attack you while in the air. They're like jumping jacks from hell. Literally, look at them. Dealing damage while in the air, so I find myself some cover to stay protected away from these magma creams. Now, this is our first engagement in the Nether. Now, thank goodness I had a diamond sword. I'm not sure it would have made too much difference, but it did make pretty light work of these little guys. I was playing a little bit precautious here, just slowly tapping our way through while retaining all the information of the surrounding area, really, as it is so new to me. I last played this game properly just before this update, I think, or maybe just as the update hit. I do seem to remember me and a good friend jumping in to the Nether and creative on our super world we had. Now right now I'm just looking at the coordinates, writing them down just in case we get lost on a big adventure. But yeah, I do believe I'm sure it was right when this update came around. Now I can do a quick Google, as this is only a voice recording. When did the Nether update arrive? Nether update. That came in, let's have a look. That came in June 23rd, 2020. So last year, so what would that be? June would be the 6th month. So quite literally 6-7 months ago was when I was last properly playing this game. Seems like such a long time ago, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not too long. Now, we're scouting out the area here, deciding which way is best to go. Now it turns out we're on a bit of a high land here. The Nether portal is really up quite high, or at least for our surrounding area it's quite high. I'm debating, do we jump down? Yes, we do. Do we keep roaming around? And this is where we first come across what looked to be like gold ore. Turns out it is gold nuggets you can get from here. I didn't know the Nether now had this, so you can now mine gold to your heart's content in the Nether. Have a bit of bread there, very good. Bread appears to be not as good as I remember. I don't know if they've changed bread. I can't imagine they would have, but you seem to be going constantly hungry with it. Now I start mining a block, mining this netherrack. Now I didn't think this was netherrack. Of course I know the Nether is full of netherrack, don't worry, I'm not that bad of a professional. But it just seemed weird. It seemed like a cross between a dirt block, but like a nether block, a nether dirt block, a dirty nether block. Now we're adventuring around this way. The gas takes a little cheeky pot shot at us, but I am swift to evade. Just looking at all these new stones here, basalt, and I think this one was, oh no, sorry, that was basalt. The other one was, I believe, blackstone, I believe it was. So we'll harvest a little bit of that to take back to the base. It looks like an okay item graphically in game anyway. At least I'm obviously not running any custom graphics or any mod packs or anything to give us different graphics. Nearly fell in the fire there. I for a moment thought that was lava, had a bit of a panic moment, but rest assured I'm a big strong soldier. Now this is where we start exploring over the kind of like basalty open ruins, kind of like a volcanic land. I decide, okay, there's a bit of a hole there, we're going to dirt that up just in case any gas fire rocket launchers our way. We never know. Now I start moving forward here and I begin to slowly realise that, wow, this whole area is full of magma and of like the lava flowing blocks. So I push out, I take a few looks at the mega creams over there, mega slimes, the flaming slimes of fire, and I decide, you know what, perhaps it's not the best idea to go this way. In hindsight, looking back now, I think this will be the area in which we travel. I realised there that I could have fallen to my death very quickly, so we decide we're going to take a different path, somewhere else to go, a little bit safer, and we might come back here. So I'm just harvesting everything. This is where I first harvest the magma block. At the time I didn't really remember much about it, but I do remember in my game I played with a good friend of mine, we did find that in like an underwater cave at one point. I remember my friend stumbled into this cave and it was all underwater. I thought, well, that kind of makes sense. Caves, water goes downwards. Yeah, most caves should be filled with water rather than just open spaces. And this is where he first came across the magma kind of boiling away the blocks there. I was just testing there to see if the little slimes will do damage to you. Yes, they will. They are little blighters, I swear. They are all over the place. And we travel back to like this Nether forest area to gather ourselves some shroom lights. Kind of like a glowstone, I guess. But I decided to collect a little bit of it. Gradually figure out which key is the key to my pickaxe, rather than hitting it with both a sword and whatever else was in my hand there. But we continue adventuring. So of course now, strictly speaking, we're heading east, away from the portal, looking around the forest, and there's some quite large drops around here. We're trying to find a safe way down, anywhere we can get down. Now I come over here to this verge, this opening of land, and I realise, wow, this area is humongous. But not only is it humongous, it's only about 5 or 6 blocks deep, and beneath that is the lavary pits of death, destruction and despair. Now my main priority at this point is I kind of want to find a temple. The reason I want to find a temple, a Nether temple, a fortress, is to get blaze. The importance of getting blaze, of course, is the blaze rods. We can use it in getting a brewing stand, we can get some fire resistant potions, and that would make me feel a little bit safer. We do have the diamonds to repair our inventory if we do happen to lose it in a catastrophic event. I'm just filling in this lava here as it makes me feel uneasy. Especially with that guy running around there, jumping like a jumping jack at us. crazy man. I'm going to try and push him off the side here because, well, we don't want him here. We want him gone. Want him out of here. Goodbye. See you later. Okay, and we leave him alone. I think he does come back in a moment, though. All right. Now, I hope at this point you're all kicked back. You're enjoying your snacks, having a good drink. I know I am. I'm just going to take a little sip now. Very nice. Very refreshing. Just came out of the fridge. So, what am I thinking in my head right now? Well, I'm a very active guy, very thinkful. It's quite hard to remember exactly what I was thinking. I've had a bit of a break since I realised that, well, I didn't record the audio. It didn't annoy me, it just was like, we've done goofed. So going through my head now is a method in which we can use to essentially get down beneath the current plateau that we're on now. I decided where better to do that than from our base, and I think yes, okay, we've got a bit of an open space, we're going to start mining down. Now come here to this weird block. It's got the sound of like sand when you mine it, but I couldn't figure out, do you pickaxe it, do you shovel it? I might go back with maybe some shears or something to try to see if they're better. I see this jumping jack over here and I think, is he coming for us? No, he turns towards us, but I decide, okay, we're going to turn back, we're going to seal the lava up and continue on our adventure. Okay, so we're looking around at the trees. I'm just taking another look at him, see if he's coming back. I don't spot him there. I decide we're putting a torch to mark our territory and we're going to start digging down. We're going to open a bit of an area, and with this area I'll find a little bit of quartz here. Now I don't know if this is true or not, but quartz seems to give you so much resources, it's not so much resources, so much experience to your level. Now I'm sure before this whole Super Nether update, well, I'm sure modifiers changed, different things changed, that quartz, I'm sure, gives you more experience than diamond. And what I'm trying to do here, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to push this mega blocky jumping jack into the portal. As a case of deal with him later in the overworld where we have the natural advantage behind us. But unfortunately, he does manage to just jump over the portal. He saw completely through my trap, as it were. Like Admiral Akbar of Star Wars, I believe it was A New Hope. I'm not up to scratch with the 6 episodes of Skyrim, 6 episodes of Star Wars, and I know many of you are in the comment section going, Mr. Goliath, there's not 6 episodes, there's actually 9. Well, you are right, but I've only seen episode 7. Didn't really interest me too much. I'm sorry, Disney. I think your series is rather bland. You've just used ideas that were previously used. Death Planet, I'm sorry, that's just over the top. I could accept 2 Death Stars, and I absolutely love the idea of 2 Death Stars. But to have a Death Planet, oh great, this planet is going to destroy the world. Oh, come on. Seriously? That's a used idea. Now, I'm not actually sure if George Lucas has an impact on these new movies. I don't know how it goes on, but it just doesn't feel right. And to think Rey could beat Kylo Ren in a lightsaber fight, and that stormtrooper dude, as funny as he is and as much as I like his character, could again overpower essentially a Sith apprentice. Come on. When in history has that really properly happened in a gritty fight? It's just some kid come along and blapped the bloody Sith hierarch. And then with Snoke, actually I think I have seen episode 8, because I think episode 8 is when Snoke gets lightsabered in 50 pieces, and they have that, yes, I must have seen it, because in episode 8 that lady who was on the Calamari, whatever it was, class cruiser or starship, jumps to light speed in front of that super dreadnought. Oh, come on, that wasn't used in Star Wars, and if it was, come on, I mean, seriously guys, you could have just got a Mon Calamarian cruiser or whatever that class of cruiser is, that big flagship of the rebellion, and just pilot it into the Death Star at Mach 10. But you don't see that, so why is it in episode 8? It's just kind of Michael Baying their way through Star Wars. Now, we've just poked through here. We are, of course, building a cobblestone staircase down to the layer below, but unfortunately we find a rather large hole. So I'm at this point kind of debating what to do, just to jump down and build up, which seems logical to me, but I decide we'll take the safe route, just because we could end up down there ending into a trap with there being 16 different rocket launchers and 25 blaze men and 110 magma blocks. Now we do see some Enderman down there, so we want to be careful of him. We don't want to anger the YouTube algorithm into teleporting his way up here and, well, giving us a slap. Although in saying that, with the roof only being too high, we should be fairly safe. I begin building a bit of a cobblestone platform. This is just because I, again, don't know what's around us. Now I get a bit of a jump scare here by some lava. Very, very rude. Just came out of absolutely nowhere and just starts zapping us for our health. So I decide, of course, we're going to mine it out. We're going to block it up with some dirty dirt. We're going to have back at that lava. How dare you sting us like that? Oh, good. We've sealed that up. We're going to have a bit of bread. Of course, it is brown bread, which we all know is better for you than white bread. Don't check the science on that one. I don't really know, but I do like both white and brown loaves. I do like wholemeal and oatmeal and all the different types of breads you get as well. I really am enjoying this Capri Sun. If you have Capri Suns available to where you are, I would definitely recommend getting hold of one. Tropical flavour, put it in the fridge, let it chill out. I mean, it should really be in the fridge anyway, to let it be chilled. Best served chilled, of course. Now we'll teleport them back into the overworld here. The reason being is we need more cobblestone. I want to build a cobblestone stairs to be safe. Turns out my trap did work on those magma creams. We completely dispatched them back to the Nether. There you go. So I'm just deciding here, I'm having a look at the cows, seeing how they're doing. Jeff, Sarah and Billy Bob Jr. have grown up nice. I'm going to have a quick cheeky look at the farm just to see if it's developing nicely. It is coming along nicely, but I'm not going to bother harvesting anything that's ready now. I would much rather wait until it is completely ready to be harvested. A big farm like that, I just find it easier harvesting it all in one go. Now I'm going to have a quick look at the second farm again. And that is much closer, so I will be considering farming that. Of course, we haven't planted our carrot yet at this point. We've had the carrot now for 2 or 3 episodes and we've not done anything with it. It's disastrous. It's utterly disastrous that we haven't been bothered to do anything with it. Of course, I discovered that, well, we don't really have much cobblestone left either. We've not really gone mining much, so I decided, right, how are we going to fix this? We're going to do a quick drop off at a mine, find a bit of an opening and just quickly mine some stone, turn it into cobblestone, of course, once it's mined, get it in our inventory and carry on. Now I didn't want to be too boring, so I decided to myself, right, we're only going to gather a little bit, a stack, and maybe 2 stacks would be best for this situation. Find a bit of a hole there, think, no, I don't have a water bucket on me, just check to see if I have the bucket on me. We'll go down to the hole. On the way down there, I discover this hole here. I thought, why not? We'll go down, we'll have a quick look, see what's down here, and of course, have a little bit of a world chunk there error. And I come here and go, oh, that is not a world chunk error, ladies and gentlemen. That, of course, is another ravine. Our land, of course, is very ravenous with the ravines. I'm looking down specifically at that light there. I want to see, is that a lava source light or is that a torch light? In which case, have we been down here? I wasn't able to figure that out. Again, I don't have a water bucket, so I'm not really going to bother jumping down. I start mining some cobble, pick up a little bit of coal there, just due to pure instincts. It's a resource, it needs mining, it needs farming, we need to grab it for the empire. Think, okay, we're not here for coal. We're going to run back, we're going to start mining some stone, turn it into cobblestone, pick it up and get ready to go down. So we're just going to move on from there. Of course, grabbing a stack, 2 stacks of cobblestone necessary so we can go back, we can build that staircase and we can go from there. Now it must be said, I do rather enjoy sitting back here watching myself playing, commentating on that. I do find that a bit more enjoyable actually, so we might shift over to it. And I do believe the quality of this microphone, and well, for very good reasons, is of a much higher standard, of course, than my current headset microphone. My headset, for anyone who's wondering, is a Astro A40. Now I bought these in 2012 with money I had saved up. I had pocket money from doing many chores at the time. and for being good and doing various jobs. So I managed to ascertain the money for a set of Astro A40s. At the time, I was playing a lot of a game called Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It's something I will be making a video on shortly, because I've recently been playing a bit of the new Cold War, and honestly, it is a disaster, the multiplayer. It's... I'll save my opinions for the video I'm going to produce. I don't want to be a Call of Duty channel. I want to be a generic grand channel making many different videos on many different things we all love and find enjoyable, but time will come when we can do that. But I will soon be making a Call of Duty video. Here we're mining through and we discover the water. Now begins the mad dash to rescue our torch, our beloved torch, and I decide, you know what, screw that ravine. If I don't have a water bucket, the water can make its down with it. The water can make its way down. And now I've realised we need to rescue that torch. Waste not, let not waste. We don't want to waste anything, so I decide, okay, we let the water down, but we want more water. We need more water down there. We need to fill that ravine. So I'm just opening up more gaps, more holes, more paths for the water to flow down there, and just really get to grips with that ravine and completely swamp it all out. Of course, if this was real life, that ravine would fill to the brim from right to the top with that river flowing into it. It would probably also drain the river, but of course this is Minecraft. This has self-replicating water blocks, of course, and infinitely spawning dirt blocks which can infinitely fill up the oceans. Amazing design. Right, so now we've gathered enough cobblestone, excuse me, sorry, we're going to head straight back in. Now I hope you're all enjoying the video. I hope you're all having a good day. I know I am. After I finish recording this, I might squeeze in another episode. I'm undecided whether to use this microphone or my headset microphone. The reason I'm undecisive of that is because this microphone does pick up quite a lot of my keyboard. I do have a mechanical keyboard. I've had it for 2 and a bit years now, so it's a little clunky. I have got a few ideas on how to not make it so clunky, like getting some I believe underneath the keys I could probably put some like spongy material, like what I would call an O-ring. If any of you are a plumber or have worked in any mechanical industries, you might know what I mean by that. I have a background in bicycle mechanics and management of a bicycle shop. I don't work there anymore for reasons, but I am familiar with an O-ring, whether for good or for bad reasons. But I might put that under the keyboard to make it a bit quieter, but we will see in time. Now all we're doing now, as we plummet down several blocks and feel a bit like a plonker, is we're continuing that cobblestone staircase down to this level here. I decide that rather than ploughing my way up with cobblestone and wasting all the cobble and or dirt we've just brought, netherrack is an unlimited material, ladies and gentlemen. You can harvest 1 billion of it, and of course while I have a bite to eat that, I release the control key and I plummet down again like a plonker. So we're going to once again build our way back up and continue our staircase. Very important not to look at those endermen. We do not want to frolic with them. They are of course a legendary boss here, and rather than building across, of course I just jump straight back down again. At this point I'm kind of wondering what I'm even doing making a Minecraft series. I can't even build a cobblestone staircase, which doesn't even have stairs. But nonetheless, we're carrying on. Nothing can stop us. Unless, of course, my internet stops working, and then, well, it's all over. Right, so I'm now deciding, do I want to make a corner? Do we want to come over to this direction and build this way up? Because if we continue going forward, we're just going to indefinitely travel downwards. And I really can't be bothered for that. I decide, yep, we're going to be doing that. I decide kind of where I want to lay the initial foundation to start building up, and I decide, there's a tree in the way, like a weird tree. I'm just going to start here a couple blocks away from the end, and we start building our way up nice and slowly. Don't need to rush this, of course. Take our time, take precision, precision, I can't say that word, precision. Mine out these weird nether trees, which I still don't really know what they are, what they're about. We'll find out. Do a bit of a herp-a-derp, jump down off the staircase as we're building it. Typical manoeuvre here by a very professional Minecraft player. And we're going to just mine these few blocks out of the way. Very nice. After this, I'm going to be prepping myself a roast dinner. Going to be cooking for myself and my family here. we're going to have roast potatoes. It's roast pork. That's the meat of choice today. We're going to be building that up. Building a roast. So we're going to be cutting potatoes, or peeling them first, sorry. Cutting them after that, boiling them, getting them ready to be roasted in a pan. Then we'll put the pork chops on about the same time, maybe a little bit after actually. We're going to be having roasted carrots with them. We're going to have peas, gravy. Undecisive, we're going to have Yorkshire pudding. Now, for those of you that don't know Yorkshire pudding, how would I best describe it? Yorkshire pudding, I might throw a picture up since we're doing this post-screen editing. We're 25 minutes in. I will write that down, that at 25 minutes on the dot, we are talking about a Yorkshire pudding. Now, a picture won't do an amazing bit to really show you kind of what it is or how it tastes like, or what the texture is, but I like mine fairly crispy. I believe it's like a mixture of flour and batter and something like that. Let's just see what the ingredients are of a Yorkshire pudding. I'm going to try to type quietly. Yorkshire pudding has got eggs, bit of oil, blah 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 blah. It's a baked pudding with a batter of eggs and flour, milk or water. Yeah, so it's a floury, milky ingredient. You have it with your gravy. Some people, if you ever go to a fancy restaurant, you'll have a whole roast dinner in a Yorkshire pudding, or something called toad in the hole, or there's one more, not bangers and mash, or something else, where you have a big Yorkshire tin, you have a big baking tin, you have a Yorkshire pudding in there, and you put like sausages in it and gravy in it. It's very nice. Haven't had that though in a very long time. Perhaps I should go ahead and make it, although it's strictly speaking not the healthiest thing. But oh well, that's why I do lots of running and lots of cycling and working out. I like to stay fit. I'm not a big bulky person. I'm not really strong. I'm quite skinny. I'm athletic as it was. I'm a fairly decent runner. I'm a very good cyclist. And what I mean by that is I'm not a very particularly super fast cyclist. But if you said to me tomorrow, would you like to go on a cycle ride? No matter how far that cycle ride is that other person wanted to go on, I would be more than happy to follow along and lead the ride and have fun. So mileage is not a limit. Now we come here, we find two mega creams, two big badasses on the side. Nope, we're going to move away from that. We're going to move up here. We want to see what's up here. Can we discover anything? That Enderman decided to get in my way, so I decided, you know what? We're going to regroup. We're going to eat some bread. Stay calm, eat bread, ladies and gentlemen. It's much better for you. So we decide, I'm going to have a little look around, see what we're dealing with. This lava, it's a big river. It's a stream of lava flowing through. What I decide is, right, can we get a grip on it? Can we get on top of this and seal it off? Or are we going to have to take a different approach? So we're mining up here, just having a little look, seeing what we can see, what's around, to go through here and discover that's a pretty large drop. As if you hear in the background, the Enderman, the YouTube algorithm has fallen into some lava. It's fallen into some problems there. I decide we could build up, or the safer option might just be to mine up or get to this side here and see what's on this side. So I decide to do that. Just cross over, have a quick cheeky look. I believe it ends up being like a ravine or falling back to where we just came from, so it's like no point going there. Pick up this little bit of quartz, bit of an experience. I do like the quartz block, it's quite a beautiful block, and we're going to move on from there. So I'm just going to mine this up. Very good. We've got 38 now, plus I believe we might have a little bit back at base, although I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure I am. Pretty sure what we got is what we got. But this is the moment I decide we're going for it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to mine our way up in society. We're going to make it to the top. Just come over here. Another large opening, big drop. That's the one we just saw around the corner there. So this is where we begin. We begin mining up. Up and up and up. The only way is up in life, ladies and gentlemen. When life gets you down, you must realise the only way you can go from down is up. Not right, not left, not side to side, not forward, not back, up. And that's the direction, and not diagonally, that is the direction we're going to go. So we're just going to mine up, tunnel our way up randomly, see if we can get to the top. we run into some precarious lava. Bit of a panic mode here. The lava just keeps coming. It's flowing at 110 miles an hour. I think, right, you bugger, I got you secured. So we're going to dig up to the right instead of the left. Now, looking back on it, this was a bit of a mistake, because we later find out that the lava river, the river of death, is actually flowing from this direction. It's just like a big area. So we decide, we're going to leave that be. So mining up. Panic, mayday, 200 mile an hour lava, and I decide, right, can we go up that way? Nope, we can't go that way. 200 mile an hour lava, and I decide, screw it, I'm going home, I'm going the other way. It makes much more sense. So I'm just crawling out here carefully, just having a little bit of a look around, going, ooh, I had that moment, had a bit of a scare. So did I just look at him? Did he give me the eye? And I think, we can kind of mine up there, we kind of get our way up there, just plonk a couple blocks. It doesn't sound like any gas or locally skulking around, and up we traverse. Up and up we go indeed. And I discovered that's the reason behind all the lava. It's flowing down that way. How annoying. Pain in the backside. I decide, what are we going to do? We're going to seal it off. Okay, so we're going to jump on here just in case the lava starts flowing all over the place. And we're going to start by sealing this bugger off. So we're just going to jump over here. We're going to place some netherrack, pile it up strong. We don't want the lava bothering us, and we're just going to seal it all up, make it much more safer for us. Of course, in the Nether, I'm sure in the Nether, lava flows at a much faster consistency than it does in the overworld, in the big world, in our world. I don't know if that's true. I'm sure that is, though. Of course, we come across that opening again for a third time. We're looking at it. See the Enderman down there. Don't want to disturb him. We're just going to mine a little bit of the quartz here before carrying on. Just digging a few holes back, because there was only those 2 or 3 quartz there. Not very good. We want more quartz than that. We need quartz, ladies and gentlemen. We need a whole bunch of resources. In the next episode beyond this, we're going to be building ourselves a warehouse. We're finally going to build an area where we can secure ourselves a whole bunch of resources. We're going to have a big building, a bit of an underground. Of course, quartz gets eaten alive there by some lava. Very precarious. Jammy bugger. But we're going to build this big warehouse. Now, I'm undecided if to build it, we're going to need stone bricks. We're going to need glass. We're going to need some wood. Possibly some iron bars, an iron door. So of course requiring iron as well along with that. I'm undecided if I just want to show you all a video of going strip mining, because that's how I'm going to cure these resources. I'm not going to go skulking around caves. I'm just purely going to unadulterated slap some music on and mine my way through about level 11, level 10, 12. I'm a big fan of bedrock mining. I know that's not the optimal level, but it's something I'm quite a fan of doing. Now, I'm happy with where we've come at this point. I've decided that we're going to come back. We've got 7 bread left. It's the dawn of a new day, so it's a perfect day to get some more adventuring done. I decide to play Farmer Joe. We're going to farm the small farm over to the left in front of the river. And we're going to increase the cow farm. Now at this point I'm deciding, right, we really are running out of space to put crap. And it's completely unorganised, and I am not an unorganised person. I like to be organised. I like to have everything sorted out. So I decide we're going to take some wood, some oak wood. We're going to make another chest, and we're going to put it upstairs so that we can store all of our shite in this chest. I'm deciding here now. Do I want it underground? Do I want it on level 1? No, it's a bit silly. Don't want to put it in front of any glass. I quite like what we got going for us. Of course, everything about this house is going to change completely in the future. Once we got the warehouse done, we might start considering building ourselves like the dawn of a castle, the dawn of something big. As I've previously stated, I'm a big fan of building up. I want every episode, I want you to see the difference we have made. Unfortunately, due to this episode and the last episode, not a lot has changed that much, but something has changed here. I must admit, I can't remember too much what I was chatting about. Something about being a professional at everything I do in life, or something like that. Just making sure you're all doing okay. You've not all fallen asleep. But of course, we're going to go back in a second. We're going to grab our hoe, our seeds, and then we're going to begin by building. Continuing that little bit of farm. Grabbing the bit of wheat we're going to have. We're going to bring more friends to Sarah Jeff and Billy Bong Jr. or Billy Bob Jr. Sorry, we're going to grow the farm. So shut the door behind us, shut the gate behind us as well. Oh, sorry, just the gate on this occasion. Bad management of home ownership there. I hope you don't do that. Just grabbing the water bucket just in case of any unintentional, unintentional problems that occur. Just looking around, looking for the seeds. We've got a couple of seeds. I'm sure somewhere, I think in the main chest we had more seeds, but I'm not wasting time here. We're moving on. We got a job to do. So just going back, have a little look in there. Grab the carrot. We actually have 2 carrots there. I just saw that. I didn't see that previously. I had a feeling we had 2 carrots, but I wasn't sure. And we're going to move down to this little farm now. A little land. We're going to plant our carrot. We're going to farm the wheat that's grown here. Once we farmed that first bit of wheat, I wasn't sure if it was actually ready or not, but in fact it was ready. We're going to plant the carrot on the corner. Carrot on the corner. Corn on the cob, as such. Mind that one. Wasn't sure if it was ready. It was. And this is when I was deciding kind of what is ready. Am I being silly? It turns out if it's ready, it's kind of like a yellowy brown. If it's not, it's that greeny shade there. It's got green flowing with the yellow. But we farm all of that up. Do miss 2, possibly 3 there. I was deciding if that was ready or not. I'd leave it be and I decide. Right. I believe we go over. We have a little look at the other farm, but this is why I was asserting my position on whether or not to farm it, and it is a better idea typically to just leave the big farms. I just like farming them at once. But right now, we'll grab a little bit of dirt. Tip, because when you have wheat in your hand, cows follow you. Okay, now that includes the ones in your pens. Now you don't want that, that's quite annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a dirt block next to the fence, which means we can walk into it from this side of the fence. Of course, we're going to lure the cow up. Very good. He jumps in, but he can't get out. The important bit is that because the dirt block, the block allowing us to jump up, is on our side. Now we're going to run over here. We're going to get another friend for the cow farm. I'm going quite close, but not too close because I don't want the pig and the chicken. Although I do believe with chickens it's seeds they follow rather than the wheat. And I'm not too sure on a pig which they follow, but nonetheless, we're going to lure. We'll call this one Dave. So we have Jeff, Sarah, Dave, Billy Bob Jr., who has grown up now. He's now a Billy Bob, but we do still have one small calf. We'll name him Aiden. Yes, so we'll have to remember those names, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget them. I will probably have to write them down. Of course, now we have 2 new offspring as well into the family. Incredible. Ah, very good. Now we're just going to move along here. Store our resources away. We're going to make 6 more bread. I know that because 18 divided by 3 is 6, of course. Perfect maths, we are never wrong. And I believe with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are closing in on the end of the episode. I'm just going to dirt over this dirty area here. We're going to put a bit of a bridge just to make it a bit more Goliath proof, a bit more safe. Excuse that large bang in the background. Someone's trumpeting through the doors like they own the place or something. Can have a quick look at the farm. Quick venture down, just have a proper look, check on the wheat as it's growing up. Quite happy with the situation as it's developing there. I'm shaking my mouse all over the spot, having a nice look, and we take a bit of a run in. Yep, very happy with the development. We're going to build a bit of a bridge at some point over that other area, make it a little bit nicer. We're also going to expand that farm a little bit to get a bit more wheat. I mean, where we are at the moment, we got infinite food. Okay, we're in a happy position, but we want it to be overly happy. I realise they leave a bit of a block there, a bit embarrassing. Really don't want to be falling into that anytime soon. I mean, I was pretty happy parkouring over it anyway. We've not fallen in the ravenous ravine yet, but hey, don't want to take the risks. And with that, we are pretty much coming to an end of the episode, really. I hope you have all enjoyed it. We will be wrapping up shortly. I'm just saying thank you for watching, and likewise now in the present, thank you for watching. Hope you are enjoying this series. I'm bloody well enjoying making these videos. I really wish I started doing it sooner. And of course, as I develop, we're going to get better, ladies and gentlemen. That is who we are. We're going to get better. We're going to make more fantastic videos. Our editing is going to be much better. And we're going to be doing many great things going forward. I've got so many ideas of what we want to do, of what I want to do. Likewise, if you've got anything, then please do let me know in the description down below. And with that, thank you for watching. My name is Goliath, and have a good day.